I need your help.
Help me! Help me!
I have been putting off deciding about my plans forever, and I am sick and tired of living with a blue tub. Yes, I have a blue tub, along with a lot of other really bad shit from the 90s, like soffits with flowered border wallpaper, white pickled oak cabinets with ceramic knobs, all manner of bad 90s design. And I can't decide between an island and a peninsula. If you're here watching this video, you care about good design, so I need your opinion. First, I'm going to show you the as-built, the architect's plans that don't work, and I'm going to tell you why. And then we're going to design the kitchen with both an island and a peninsula. And at the end, I hope that you'll vote and let me know which one you think works better. I'm going to draw this kitchen up with an island and with a peninsula because despite the fact that I don't love a peninsula because it kind of traps one person in that U, it might work in this space and it might give me additional space to play with. I had the house drawn up by an architect and had what's called as-built drawings, and that's what I've got right here. Now the as-built drawings are the house as it's built. If you're doing a remodel or you get a preliminary set of plans, and you get a full-size set, you can take a ruler, tracing paper, and a pencil and lay it over the as-built plan and make changes and play with it. Do not be precious with these plans. You paid for them. Draw all over them. You want to think like a designer, and the first thing you want to think about is the constraints of the project, or what are your limits? So what are your budget limits? What are your site limits? What are the client's limits, or what are their needs? And you want to make sure that those all are in the plans. So why not just renovate this? Make it look pretty, use the shape it is. Well, it doesn't work. Let's see if we can get you a little bit closer. Here are the as-built plans. There is a door here, a front door here, small dining area, and then an L-shaped kitchen, and it's got this sort of weird trapezoid pantry in the corner, kind of blocking the fantastic thunder showers view. There's a window here, goes out now to an enclosed porch. So it's kind of a moot point, and sliders, which are also a moot point to an enclosed under air, as they say, space. That's the as-built, that's what we're dealing with. The existing layout stinks. The cabinets are too far apart, fridge is too far away from the sink, hood is too deep. We need to bring it into the present. This is one of the kitchen plans done by the artist formerly known as Architect. There's a couple of problems. First off, the front door is still right here. And so it opens right into the living and dining area, which is, as anybody knows who has that arrangement, and there's plenty of us out there living with it right now, it sucks. There's no privacy. UPS is right here. He can see everybody right in the house. Not a good plan. That was supposed to be moved, so that shows me he wasn't listening.
You're not really listening to me, are you?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could say anything right now, like, you're a complete tool.
Next up, we have this enormous island right in the way. So in order to get in the kitchen, I've got to go around the front door to go this way, or I've got to walk all the way down here with groceries to the pantry. The refrigerator blocks the door out to the dining area. It just didn't work. Round two, a peninsula style kitchen where this is a doorway out to the dining area here. This is the doorway in he's kept. He moved the front door over here. You see it's gone from over here, so he listened. But this is a red flag to me. When you see something that you know is wrong, that you know can't happen, it tells me somebody's not paying attention. And in Florida, your front door can't open in, because a hurricane can blow it through. An architect working in Florida should never draw a door like that. The other red flag here is there's not enough clearance between this peninsula and the dining table. So these chairs and these chairs can't pull out and have somebody pass. Even if you figure nobody's passing when we're all sitting down to eat, these chairs pulled out and these chairs pulled out with two people sitting there, it's just not enough room. There's one more glaring thing that's wrong with this picture. Can you guess what it is? Okay, so that's crap number 2. In my universe, you only get 2 strikes.
Do your job. Don't you tell me to dance.
Now here we have the original plan that I sent to the architect to draw the house. So there shouldn't have been these other plans, but there always is. They don't listen.
Has he had a long history of mental illness?
Front door is where it's supposed to be, opening out as it's supposed to. And I'm a new resident of Florida. But here's our kitchen. Let's focus on more important things. So I've got basically an L-shaped kitchen with an island. Got a little wall here. One of the things that's important in this design is that this ceiling is going to be torn out and cathedraled. So this dotted line here, that's the center of the vault. So it presents a problem because these lines don't line up, which means this vault is going to die before my cabinets and before my kitchen ends. So you're going to have a slanted ceiling, and then it's going to drop down to 8 feet, where you see this dash line above the fridge, above the range, and above whatever's going in that corner. So it's a little odd to work with. It's something you want to think about. I also have a little wall here coming out to divide the spaces, because as much as you love great rooms, I do not. We've got the fridge, we've got a slide-in range, and we've got the sink and dishwasher here. We've got an island. Now I've got enough, if it's 5 by 8, let's say 5 by 8 island is approximately what I'm thinking. Right now I'm thinking about where I want to put my dishes. There isn't much wall space for any uppers. I'm trying to eliminate all uppers because, again, I have this weird drop-down ceiling, so what I'd like to do is match the depth all the way across. Have a deep fridge, a deep something, maybe an appliance garage, and then the range in the middle. So it looks a little bit more symmetrical, and this corner isn't a place where things go to die. The island I have at 48 from here, so that someone can stand here and there's enough clearance. I have the same over here, another 48 inches from here to here. That way, when I open this oven door, I have room. When I open this dishwasher, someone can pass by. So that's what you want to keep in mind. 48 is good. 42 is what National Kitchen and Bath Association recommends, but they recommend a lot of things that I don't listen to. 48's a little bit more generous. I have big people in my family. We like a lot of room, dogs. Now the island is 5 by 8, so it's 5 feet this way, 8 feet this way, which means if I want to put 2 stools here, 2 stools here, 2 stools here, 2 foot per butt. So this will be generous over here. So that leaves me with 4 feet of cabinetry on this side. I think that I'm going to have my cabinetry go this way. 4 feet of cabinetry facing this way and 1 cabinet pulling out this way. So these 2 will pull out this way. So it's closer to my dishwasher. I can turn, put the dishes away, silverware away, and this drawer will pull out over here for things I might need, like pot holders, that kind of thing for the stove, maybe pots and pans down under there. So I've used up 2 feet over here, and I can get another cabinet this way that will open out, storage over there. And then for support on this island, I've got 4 feet. You can't have a piece of granite or quartzite or whatever else, soapstone, hanging 4 feet. It needs to be supported. You could do legs, but then you'll bash your knees. So I'd rather do a cabinet underneath and have an overhang. That way I have seating all the way around. So if this is 5 feet, I could do a 2 foot, 2 18-inch cabinets. That would give me 3 feet. That would give me 12 on each side, or maybe 124 to support it. 24 by maybe 33 underneath, with doors that I could access on both sides. You know, paper towels, stuff you don't want to get at underneath there. So that's with the island. Now over here I've got 5 feet of clearance. So I can easily pass behind these stools, but there's no wall here anyway. And I may even do some pantry, a wall pantry right there. Got another pantry / office over there, so I do have storage. I'm not too concerned about that. The thing that I've got a lot of is room down here. This island is 8 feet. This is 22 feet overall. So this is 2 feet. I've lost 4 feet for the space in between. So that's down 6 feet from 22. What does that do? The math. Then we've got another 8 So what are we left with? 2, 6, and 8, that's 14 off the 21. That's going to give us 7 feet. It's too much. I want 5. Really what I'm going to do here is probably 2 tables and a little place to have coffee in the morning. Sit down, put your shoes on, kind of the way out. So that gives us a really generous space. And then we'll have the dining table out here, a small little den area. So that's the plan with an island. All right, so here's the as-built. Got a piece of tracing paper. Now I know that I'm not changing these walls, so I'm staying out here. I also know that I want to move and I want a wall coming here. So I'm changing the footprint a little bit. So we're going to cut back about that much of the hallway. So this is where my kitchen ends, right here. This is going to be my new hallway, whatever, right there. So somewhere about there. There's my new kitchen. Somewhere in this space we are going to fit a kitchen. So I've got my cabinets back here, cabinet along here, and this is 6 feet. So I want to go to 5. I want to leave 5 feet in between the perimeter cabinets and this peninsula for a couple of reasons. If I go 6, it's too much. If I go 4, it's tight for one person. And I want the sink here over the opening to the pool. And so this is our peninsula now, probably 4 people, and we can fit the dining table now here. So we've got 9, 6 for the dining. That's a 42-inch wide table, an 8-foot, seating 8 to 10 people. It's 42 inches wide. I need 3 feet to pull out these chairs. I need 3 feet to pull out these chairs. So I need 9.5 total. If you have a 42-inch table, that's how you figure it out. You need the table and a 3-foot buffer to pull out chairs. When it's an island, you want to and you have stools, you want to have 5 feet because you want to be able to pull this stool out. You also want to be able to walk past. And what I don't like about this is this is the front door here. So we're going to come in. This is the entry hall, and you walk in, and you have to cross through the yeah, maybe I'll leave more room there. Keep this at 3. Make this with the peninsula here at 3 feet wide. 2 feet for the depth of the countertop. If I leave 5 feet space here, so one cook, the oven can open and another person can be standing here. So there's room for people to work. So 5 feet is a good number for a peninsula because there's no way out. With an island, you can get a little tighter. You can make it 4 feet because everybody's got a way out. Here, you're trapped at 5. And then a 3-foot peninsula. So we're at 2, 7, 10. We have 21 and change overall, but we've got chairs here, so we have a dilemma. 9, 6, and what did we say we were at? 2, 5, so we're at 10. So we have just enough because that will make this space. We had 3 because I figured in that 9.5. We've got another 2, so that'll make that about 5 feet between here and here, which is good. I can also make this a bench and make this table a little bit tighter to widen this thoroughfare because it is the main place through. The other thing I don't like about a peninsula is I'm going to come in the front door with groceries and I'm going to have to walk all the way around to put them down, or I'm going to have to drop them over stools. So that's my dilemma. Now I've got both plans side by side, and the main benefit to the island kitchen design is that you get a bigger kitchen. It's this entire space, a little sitting area here, and the dining room goes out here. The den or little hangout area gets much smaller. In the peninsula design, bringing the dining table in here, the kitchen footprint's smaller, but you gain all this space back for a den that looks out to the yard and the pool. So those are my options. Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.
I am not an entertainer. Fine. These are the ABCs of me, baby.